It was one of the most daring heists in British criminal history. The gang stole jewellery, gold and cash. At least £14 million worth, and most of it is still missing. The ringleaders were ageing villains who'd already spent many years in jail.
They committed the perfect crime, but what happened afterwards was a disaster.
There have been widespread thefts of precious stones worth hundreds of thousands. To foil the thieves, Hatton Garden now has its own giant strong room, available to every jewel merchant in the district.
The vault was used mostly by Hatton Garden craftsmen to store overnight the jewellery they were working on. The gang, dressed as builders and gasfitters, struck on the night before Good Friday. One of them was careful enough to hide his face from CCTV. The others refer to him as Basil. He had a key to the main building and let the others in through a fire escape door. The gang carried their gear down the fire escape to the basement courtyard. From the inside, Basil unbolted the back door. Two men climbed the stairs to the second floor, where they brought up and disabled the lift. From the ground floor, one or more of the gang dropped down the lift shaft to the basement and forced open a metal shutter. They crawled out, opened the unlocked cupboard under the stairs and disabled the alarm. They cut the power to the outer iron gate and slid it open. They smashed the lock off the wooden main door and let in the others. They cut through the second iron gate and drilled through the vault wall, concrete 1/2 metre thick. The gang raided the vault twice. The first night they set off an alarm, but police didn't respond. Then a vital tool broke and they had to leave and buy another to finish the job. The ringleaders were professional villains who made amateur mistakes. Brian Reeder, 76, kept the clothes he wore on the raid. Terry Perkins, 67, gave himself away when police bugged his car. John Collins, 75, used his own vehicle, which set detectives on the gang's trail. Danny Jones, 60, gave his own name and address when he bought a power tool.
In my view, they were very much analogue criminals operating in a digital world.
In a letter to me from jail, Danny Jones revealed that he had offered to show police where he'd hidden his loot, but they had turned down his offer.
You would have thought the police would have jumped with joy, but for some reason, which I don't know, they are not that interested.
Jones eventually led detectives to Edmonton Cemetery in North London. Under a gravestone, they found 2 bags of jewels. He didn't tell them he had another bigger stash nearby. What he didn't know, police had already found that one. This part of London is the very heartland of one of Britain's most notorious crime organisations. In criminal parlance, this is their manor. But were they involved in the raid? The police don't think so. But at least 2 of the raiders were connected to the crime network, and its name crops up in conversations bugged by the police. £10 million worth of the stolen loot is still missing. So too is Basil, the mystery man. For the flying squad, he's their most wanted suspect. Martin Brunt, Sky News, Hatton Garden.